Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. I did that thing today, the thing that I did the other week where I went on the internet this morning while looking at all of the tech stuff that I usually do, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it again. Let's see if there's some cases that I've never seen or never heard of. And it turns out I got really lucky. I was looking at MSI's website today and I saw this. It's called the ARMAGEDDON TRON 7. I've never heard of Armageddon cases before. I'm sure you guys in the comments who are watching or whatever have heard of this company before. So I decided to do the only rational thing, and that is to buy this case so you don't have to. And to find out if the TRON 7 is worth your hard-earned money, but spoiler alert, yeah. I guess you can already see where this one's going. Oh shit! It is interesting to see when companies see what other case manufacturers are doing, say, hey, that looks like a cool idea. That also looks like a cool idea. Let's put it together, but make it worse than all of those ideas put together. But as usual with these type of builds on the channel, we build these PCs to inspire you guys to build beautiful PCs of your own. And I'm just gonna level with you guys. The TRON 7 is, how did I describe it before, Claire? It is the best looking worst case I've ever seen. Let's build. I already noticed that it's got a magnetic fan filter on the inside for where the exhaust fans go. What? Yeah, that's going. It's like I can't go 5 seconds without noticing something else with the case. Sorry. I'm trying not to be mean, but look at this. The motherboard covers the cable pass-throughs. Who measured this thing? I'm crying. Who measured this? Who thought it was a good idea to put the fan mounts that far back where you can't even put more than one fan screw in to hold the top fans? This is kind of ridiculous. I can't push it back because no matter what board you've got, the EPS power connector is gonna block you from putting the fan back there. So this is probably the most poorly thought out case that I've ever seen. It is atrocious. Here's another thing. I didn't even get very far without noticing something else that's ridiculous. This is a thumb screw. It's done up so tight you can't use your hand. And check this out. You put your screwdriver in, look at the thumb screw bit. It doesn't even move. What is this rubbish quality? How is it in so tight still? What is going on here? This is supposed to be a thumb screw. For the worst peel cop ever. At least they didn't put the sticker on the glass for the tempered glass. I don't know if it deserves it, but here it is, ladies and gents. The best looking worst case ever. All right, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this, let's call it a build, in the Armageddon TRON 7. But let's quickly take a little bit of a look at the thermals with the TRON 7. What you're seeing on your screen right now is the thermals actually aren't too bad. They're about what we'd expect to see with this CPU and GPU combo and this amount of fans. Actually, to be honest, it's quite similar to what we saw with the Cougar case that we checked out a couple weeks ago. I'll put that in the description if you want to see what I said about that case. Spoiler alert, I liked it a lot. But yeah, honestly, no real surprises here with the TRON 7. But before we talk about the case, let's quickly talk about the parts. The CPU is the Intel Core i5-12400. We put the 12400 on the Gigabyte B660M AORUS Pro AX DDR4. To cool the 12400, we use the stock box Intel cooler that comes with the CPU. Nothing fancy going on here. The RAM is 16 gigs of AORUS RGB memory at 3200 megatransfers, and I put some dummy modules in there as well just to bling it out a little bit. Cable extensions are BitPhoenix cable extensions. They're not really that special, but they do the trick, and I just wanted to add a little bit of customization because that's basically what we do here on the channel. The fans are the Cooler Master Bling Bling fans. What are they called? I don't even know. The prismatic fans, the Cooler Master prismatic fans. Yep, there's 3 of them, and yeah, there's 3. The GPU is the Gigabyte RTX 3050 Gaming OC. And if I missed any other parts, I'll put a PC part picker list down below so you can peruse that list and see what everything is. Okay, the TRON 7. Right, so as I mentioned at the start of the video, even when I had a bit of a glance at it straight out of the box, not much thought was put into the design of this case. You probably noticed that I stopped mid-build to talk about just really poor quality control things with this case. One of the things I noticed was there isn't enough clearance in the top to even plug in an EPS power cable and have a fan there. Yet on Armageddon's product page, they claim you can put a 240mm AIO at the top. What? Are you high? It doesn't fit. It's not ever going to fit. It doesn't matter what combination of parts you have, it's not going to fit. The biggest problem I have with the top panel is the fans are in the center of the panel. Why didn't they just offset them towards the edge like every other case? And they could have easily done dual 140s at the top as well. It just doesn't make sense. It's just poorly executed. The build quality of the case is really, really average. It's, you know, not even worth the $69 that I paid for it. I'm being absolutely honest. The fact that the motherboard covers the cable pass-throughs, what? I get that there's a cable pass-through at the front, but they actually had intended that to be to install SSDs up there. What? Did they even measure any components when they designed this case? Because it doesn't look like they did that at all. It's literally like they looked at a bunch of photos of what some other cases were doing, got a factory in China to mock some stuff up, and then they were like, yep, that's it, we're selling that product. It just doesn't make sense. The other thing that perplexes me as well is the case is really, really wide. Look how wide this thing is. It's ridiculous, and still can't have the correct fan offsets to mount stuff at the top. I'm pretty sure that they didn't even look at their own case when they made the product page for this thing. It's not good. It's really, really not good. And that's why I prefer to spend my own money on this, so you don't have to waste your money on crap like this. That said, it is a pretty average case. Like, the thermals are okay, but other than that, it's pretty bad except for one redeeming feature. The use of the RGB in the front is actually quite clever. They have a white panel, which is kind of mismatched until you realize that they use it to diffuse the light, and it's also mesh at the front too, so it doesn't hinder the airflow. The white inside of that mesh panel also diffuses the light with the included RGB strips that are in there. You can actually probably remove that quite easily. There's just a couple screws holding it in, but overall, the front lighting effect is pretty awesome. Now, I'm not gonna shoot any specific B-roll for this to show you what effects it's got, because it's only got a couple, but you know, if I press the button, you can see you can do a bunch of solid colors. All right, you got your solid colors, and then it will go back to unicorn spew eventually. And there's like 2 of these unicorn spew modes, but it also has RGB pass-through for the motherboard too. I mean, if you're buying a case purely for RGB and you don't want to actually fit any components in your case at all, go right ahead and buy this. Other than that, it's junk. Yeah, don't buy this case. Pretty simple. Don't waste your money. Anyways, guys, if you like videos like this where we look for stuff to roast, I didn't actually look at this to roast on purpose. I saw a photo of it and I thought it looked pretty cool, and it's MATX, and you guys like us doing MATX stuff, so I thought I would check it out. Anyways, if you like it, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do all the things that YouTubers tell you to do. If you like the music you heard here, I make all the music. It's available by clicking that join button down below. And I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. This was kind of fun. Really off the cuff. I like it. Thanks for watching.